Um, Hi everyone. I'm Moose here from San Francisco. So I'm gonna do some coding with you again today. So yesterday, the day before, we tried to debug this issue with this npm package that I'm really enamored with. It's like a schema checker, like JOD. Um, but it validates any JSON object or any piece of data really using a TypeScript interface or TypeScript type. So you only need to define the shape of your data once using an interface, which is something you already know how to do. And then you can like validate things going into your database, coming into your backend API endpoints. People use things like GraphQL and like Protobuf and stuff for this stuff, which is all cool. It's kind of like just use TypeScript interfaces, just one thing, and do everything through that. And Typia lets me do that. So, but I have a fairly unique project structure, which I can show right now. Okay. Um, make this a little bigger and follow into my browser from here. Nice. All right, cool. Let's get it going. And let me just ping my friends. Mm, cool. Okay. All right. Yeah. So let me kind of show you my project structure here. And let's also, before we get going, let's don't worry about that today. Yeah, so let me show you my project structure here. Okay, so I've got a bun monorepo with three packages, front end, back end, and common. And front end and back end both depend on common. Common contains type definitions like app state, and back end and front end are supposed to validate it using Typia, using this function called validate equals. And look at how pretty that is. I just give it some piece of state and give it a generic type, and this is supposed to return a validation object. And actually, if you kind of look on the front end app, you can sort of see the output of it on the right here. So I just created like a very, very simple React component that just outputs the JSON of the validation onto the page. So I think if we do yarn, not yarn, Find dev here. Cool. I can refresh this thing and it's running. Cool. Nice. And it's just giving me the output of validate equals. So it's got success, which indicates if it was successful for this line of code, and it gives me the errors. Here's a problem. The same code, let's make this even bigger. Okay. The same code on the back end, which is console logs it. Let's index.ts, right? Let's run that guy. And it says success is true. But when I try to do the same thing on front end, I get success false. So the same piece of state with the same interface definition. So this object validated against this interface, which just has two properties, ID and name. ID is just a string, name is string or null. Um, the front end doesn't work, but the back end does. And not only that, if I let's try to add like a third property here. Required, let's say like task priority is number. Cool. Okay, now this is gonna actually gonna error out, right? But if I refresh, actually let's make this any, just so I can make it have an error. Not my sub process priority a number. So I just added a third required field here, and the front end still doesn't catch it. But if I run backend index now, it's catching that missing required property. It's supposed to be number, and it's missing priority is expected a number, value is undefined. So it's so this seems kind of like a caching issue to me. Somehow the backend is using the latest version of state, but front end isn't. And I've tried to do this um, and reinstall everything, and let's crash the back front end. Let's run it again. Okay, so now it's getting the priority error too. This is interesting. So it's erroring out on priority and name. So it's unable to handle the fact that this can be null or string. So what if this was undefined? Would that work properly? I mean, do I need to define install again? Okay, so it's still not working. All right, so let's go back to where we were, just playing around. But in any case, so I have, let's bring back throughout all the changes that we made. And so basically what I did was like I captured all the findings um, that I had from my investigation, created this repo to reproduce the issue with the kind of, and then filed a ticket with the unplugin Typia project, which is a plugin that I'm using inside Vite to be able to use Typia. Right, and there's clearly like either I'm misconfiguring it or it doesn't expect how it doesn't work with a bound monorepo. for some reason. So the thing that I want to do today is twofold. One is like I want to try to see if I can like pay someone to investigate this for me too, because I've never done that before. It would be just a fun experiment to see like if I place a bounty on kind of like a weird esoteric but very specific bug, can I get a high quality fix for it? Um, that's one. And two, if I um two, can I like try to vendor, as in like can I try to fork this package and add some console logs into unplug and Typia to kind of catch the point in which things are going wrong. Whatever it's outputting, how it's being read by Typia, like can I figure that out? Um, and I've never vendored something in Node before. I back in my Java days, I've done that a number of times. And of course, in Go, it's actually pretty easy to do, I think. Basically, kind of forking on your dependencies. But I don't know how to do that in Node, so I just want to learn how to do that with you. And I just realized that. I just realized that you can't see my face for some reason. I think we're back online, right? Hi. Sorry, I had you had a crash with my streaming software. Okay. Okay. Nice. I'm back. All right. Yeah. So what was that? So we filed this issue um, with this open source package, and I want to see if I can get this. I think what I think is a well written issue with like clear steps to reproduce. and turn it into a bounty and see if someone can fix it for me. And while they're doing that, I can try to fix it myself too. I mean, I want to do this more, right? Like, I think, especially like for small things, just sending out some bounties here and there and like building relationships with people who can receive asynchronous but well-defined tasks that they can work on. That feels good. Um, yeah, okay, cool. So I will use Replit for the bounty. Cool. Um, uh, mm, mhm. All right, so okay, I'm just gonna copy this somewhere else where we can edit it more clearly. Let's call this bounty MD. Um, will not modify um, comment index. Cool. May modify project configuration for TypeScript, Vite or Vite. Okay. Okay, this should be a link to. Oh, man. Okay, good job. This is the correct one, yeah. Okay. Um, build this section in using. We already wrote something here. Cool. This looks like a pretty good add a summary of issue and 2 sentences here. Cool. Hey, hey, this looks like a pretty good add steps to reduce. Cool. All right, this is a little bit redundant, but as long as it's consistent and redundant, that's a good thing. Okay, I'm gonna spend $18 on this. This seems like a lot of money. So I don't know. Okay, let's give it a try. 3 cups of coffee, right? Um, in San Francisco. I'm gonna do this. Okay, I'm gonna turn on my screen, turn off my screen share while I do this, just so I can put in a credit card here privately. What happened? Okay, put in like payment details. Maybe someone will do this over the weekend. All right, post. I just need to put in one more day. Okay, boom. Okay, so I tried to pay someone to fix my issue for a fairly trivial thing too, but it is what it is. Okay, so now we gotta learn. Now I gotta learn how to vendor dependency and Node, at least in the Node ecosystem. I'm just gonna ask ChatGPT for it. Give me my options for vendoring dependencies in Node ecosystem and in Bun. All right, you know what? Let's also go to Bun's docs because they have like an AI assistant to vendor in Bun. Bun patch doesn't work because my dependency has a build step. Cool. By the way, both Bun and Node allow you to. Okay. Okay. Collabing. Okay, so it looks like install non-npm dependencies. Ah, okay, so I think that's kind of what we want to do. Okay, let's ask this. Can I use a monorepo to, hmm, does run, so maybe I could do this with like a monorepo. Okay, maybe I can like, well, I think this is really pushing it. I think what I should do is I should fork it locally and try to patch it. Okay, what I want to do is like, all right, how do I install local fork? Okay. Okay, let's do it. Let's fork this guy. All right. I mean, clone it. That is. Clone this thing. Oh, wrong place. Let's push these markdown files. Why not? Okay. Okay, now I can unplug in Typia. Let's open this. Let's give this a color. I think let's use bun. Incorrect true dependency. Okay. Okay. You're doing some validation and Vite code conveyed. Hmm. Looks like there's a test here to validate the snapshotting and everything is working properly, but um yeah, straight. I mean, is it possible? Okay, let's just change this to green. Why not? Is this the dependency is green, so it's easy to tell. Um, front end, and then same deal. Okay, all right. So I mean, the first step is to figure out how to put like a console login here inside the plugin, so I can verify that I'm actually core index.ts. Okay, this seems like a good place to do a console log. So okay, and how do I? This is a dependency, so like the packages I'm plugging Typia becomes like the whole dependency? Or do I need to run a um oh let's try to run this. Hmm, the tests are failing. Let's just unplug this. Oh, what is this? Looks like some sort of hint. Um, the test. Or do I need to run the test from? Mm. This is the older version of bun. It, let's try that. The bun is still here. Which one's failed? Webpack minimal failed. What's bun dash B? Hmm. Is that important? Hmm. Okay. Hi, Ethan. Thanks for coming. Um. All right. Okay. I think I found a decent place to add like a console log to see if I'm like importing this. Let's do this. I mean, it's just there's no harm. All right. Okay. Config resolved. Up, up, up. Okay. Um. Finish was here. Uh-oh. Hippo stuck. Oh, let's turn on prettier. Okay. I don't disable format on save here. Okay. Is there a way you can do this? Do. Man. Okay, that's it. Just add ChatGPT, man. Alright, cool. Cool. Okay. Managed to disable format on save. And do I still have Musu's here? I do! Love it. Okay. That wasn't so bad. Um, alright. I don't want to do anything to that. Let's check out examples. Okay. This should throw away my changes there. Cool. Okay, let's just add that VS Code. I'm just gonna create a branch just so it's this way. It'll be easier to go back. It's just my okay. Cool. So next, I think I need to go in there, right? Um, packages. What else does it? The packages. Run build. There's no build, but what's bump? Yeah, what's in like? Um, is defined here. Okay. It's not right. Yeah. The dependencies. Let's check out what this. Oh. Cool. So this is just like a shorthand for using the right package manager for the okay. Nice. Okay, I learned something today. So this NR business is that's what it is. Yes, Ethan. Just saw your comment. I mean, I don't know. Yeah. Well, I'm just trying to vendor this dependency is what I'm trying to do. Is um it's a plugin for a TypeScript meta programmer that is not working in my monorepo, so I'm like off the farm. Okay, so doo-doo-doo. I mean this JSR JSON. You see that? Okay, you can learn something today. All right, so well, let's see how these examples actually add dependency. Workspace. All right, I think I should just try to monorepo this. I'm gonna do that. Okay, I don't need to fork it after all. All right, cool. Let's go back to my thing. Um, branch. Let's check out vendor plugin Typia. All right. Yeah, and then now let's git clone here. cd go into that rm rf.git because I want it to be all one git repository. Git add all that. Okay, push that stuff into a different branch. Okay, now I don't need this. It's all in one place. Okay, and now I'm gonna go in and this is where I do oh, unplugin Typia. Not only that, but I'm gonna do unplugin Typia packages. Let's just do star because it doesn't like a star. All right, cool. Let's see what happens if I do that. Okay, let's go into this package JSON. Oh yeah, we want to go in here. Um, these the non JSR depths. What is the point of JSR? Let's the point of using GSR over NPM? Cool. Okay, so no, not a good enough reason for me to not do that. Just try to. Okay, maybe I can't just change it. Alright, just put it back. Okay, this first format doesn't save that. Just commit that. Now, alright, that's not right because I done. Okay. Okay, let's go into and plug into the packages and this one. Now, let's try to do that. Okay. Okay. If I go to the parents, let's stay here actually. I want a different Typia. Do. try this. Bun. Yeah. Man, the yak shaving is like very, 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 very deep right now. All right, whatever. Let's go into backhand and try to switch it up so that I'm trying to get it from low space star. What happens if I do that? Okay, so crapping out about. Okay, hold on a second. Okay, the code. Okay, I'm just gonna swap this. Is there like a? I mean, let's try this at the root for a second. npmrc. Okay, cool. That's right. That's the thing that's missing here. Okay, now I can delete a bunch of stuff. Or discard rather. Okay, let's put it all back. Try to install this. I think it's gonna work. Yeah, nice. All right. Okay, now commit this, and now it's going to. I don't know if front end is freaking out. Do 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 do. It's a house of cards, man. It's a little bit of a house of cards that we have built, but we built it ourselves. So can we really feel that bad about the house of cards we built as web developers? Because it's our house of cards, and it's you know it adds a little bit of sense of like challenge. And when you get it to work, there you go. Just work, okay? When you get it to work, you feel like, damn, I did something. Okay, now, and I don't have the dependency. Let's take it out of here. We did, right? Okay, so let's run. Okay, so I've just managed to successfully vendor. Now, next step is to go into the backend and no, not into the backend, to the plugin and try to console log something. Let's see what happens. Damn, we're live, baby. Now, the only problem, well, not the only, but a big problem is that the ESLint configs are getting ignored here. Okay, open the instant output. Okay, this one toggled prettier for now. What was that? Okay, whatever. It's a bunch of white space that's being changed for what no reason. But in any case, like I can add, I have a console login here, and of course ESLint. Now ESLint is kicking in, saying like, you know what? Let's try Composer. Add so prettier, prettier. Just okay. 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 At least I'm like able to console log and do something. Okay. Now let's get Let's put the backhand back. Okay, yeah. Well, I mean, the backhand's still the same. Yeah, this is the thing is just put this way. Okay. So now, time to go into the front end. And then, oh yeah, let's install. Cool. Let's try to see if this worked. Okay. Hmm. Man, gotta love bundlers. Okay, so now I'm gonna try to run this project with Vite that depends on the monorepo version of the package. It's saying it doesn't know how to handle TypeScript files, which it clearly does because it's vite.config is a TypeScript file. Is backend module, type module. I mean, I'm glad I created the. I'm glad I created the bounty because like I feel like I'm gonna learn something about ESM eventually. Failed to load config. I mean, let's look at example two. Cool. What do I need to do? Dash B? Probably. If it's that simple, it is that simple. Cool. But I still get there. Nice! But- oh man. That feel when you finally reproduce the error in an environment where you can add a console log statement. Okay, cool. Now let's go to not examples, but Vite. All right, this is in index.ts. Let's find Vite. Console log. Cool. Well, fuck you too. Sorry. Um, cool. It actually did log when it first initialized it. Config result. Cool. Okay. Okay. Yeah, let's just put this back. And then, well, and let's do this. Um, okay. No, it's weird, but I mean, it's not weird. I don't like to do it. I have to do it. Okay. Not common, not backend, not front end. This let's close all the others. Right. Okay. And then let's put another log here. Oh, ah, man, I should have committed that. Like JSON. Let's commit the stuff that's in. And let's also commit the VS Code stuff. All right. Now the changes are in here. Okay, I guess. Yeah. Okay. Okay, cool. So this is here. This building. I just realized that ESLint fix is actually in conflict with format unsafe. You live and you learn. Transform include transform source ID. Okay, so I mean, let's just log info. Okay, this is this is quite the hack. Right. Okay. I managed to see the code that Typia is outputting. Cool. Now, if I do the same thing on backend, I should be able to compare and see what's different. This is, guys, you're seeing some pretty advanced debugging, honestly. Um, and usually involves console logging. All right. Okay. Run index. That's yes. Okay. Cool. Let's just copy the output of this, and put it into a file. Save this as, I don't know, backend, just, I don't know, seems about, let's just format this whole file. Oh, it's TypeScript. Okay. Name, S, okay. Now let's take this guy. So let's see if they look the same, the transform code. Doot, 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 doot. All right, this is TSX. Okay. Um, what's wrong? Oh, oh, it's multiple files. Wait, dude, did I copy the wrong stuff? Still can't format it? Why not? Hey, Oh, okay. All right. Boom. Now, let's make this full screen. All right. So basically, this IO thing. All right. Let's commit these files. And now I'm just gonna like try to reduce them down to this just expression. Okay. See if I can do the same thing here. I mean, I already see some difference, right? There's one is has like this. Okay. Okay. This is the back end. Interesting. See? There it is. Yeah, it's in one case it's generating the null as a valid property, and the other case it's not. Okay, I mean that's a smoking gun, but like now I have to figure out why the hell it's generating one and not the other. Um, okay, I think this is a good stopping point. This is a good stopping point. All right, here's the sort of like next steps. Um, Let me go to my this file and write some to do. Okay, next. Let's figure out why null is considered valid in this generated code, but not in the code. Difference exists on line 21. It's not 12 VS Code. I mean, cursor. Okay, well, thanks for hanging out with me, guys, and keeping me company as I plumb the deep, deep depths of this rabbit hole. This is what debugging is like sometimes.